Family. Also, with a pass on Robert Reed, the programming here. So a lot of programs you can weight workouts for stuff that I have added on for you all to use for free. All the website. With a pass on Robert Reed, the programs you can
Nope.
for stuff that I have added on for you all to use for free.
Is this working for anybody?
I feel like you and I are here, but everybody else is sort of in slow motion.
Yeah, you're the only one that I can see and hear.
Hey, what about me? You see me now?
Yeah, yep, you're good.
And you can hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Just can't hear OG?
No, and then whoever was just talking a minute ago was all blown out.
All right. Well, hey guys, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let me adjust my screen a little bit. See if I can see everybody. There we go. So we're just missing Garrett. I don't know what happened to him.
He looks frozen.
Okay. Having some technical difficulties, maybe. Looks like he's trying to come back on. Who's that right there? Garrett, you there? Garrett, we can see you, but your audio is muffled. Yeah, I can kind of hear you, but it's still kind of muffled. That's all right. We'll do a little introduction and maybe let you get that the audio figured out. So, hey guys, my name is Justin Herzog, 555 Fitness team member and also a San Diego City firefighter. I'm here in San Diego. See some palm trees in the background.
Ragger. Damn. Hey.
Victoria?
Hey, so Zog, I think we kind of missed the very end of it, but we definitely got the intro of what you said.
Cool. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so Victoria Cortez, City of Hendersonville firefighter. Glad to be here. It's rainy and really, really wet in North Carolina right now. Wish I was in San Diego with sunshine.
Yeah, I wish everybody was here too. It's a beautiful place to come visit. So once this whole thing is over, you guys can come visit.
I'm Zig, Detroit Fire Department. Been with 555 Fitness for 5 years, I think now, 6 years. And it is rainy and shitty here in Detroit as well. I'm at work, so I won't be working out right now, but follow along and see how this goes.
Cool. Follow along, talk some shit,
Yeah.
Why not?
Let me try again.
Garrett, you get it figured out?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Okay, cool. So Garrett Huffman, I am the Emergency Management Coordinator, Assistant Fire Marshal, Alexander County in North Carolina. I'm about an hour and a half from Vic, but as you can see, it is not raining in my part of North Carolina. So I have with me a special guest. This is Mark Howe. Mark works with me in my emergency management office, and this will be his first ever workout of this style. So you guys will get that this is literally can be anybody, anywhere, any place. We're still in work attire. So luckily this workout requires no running. And the modifications that we're going to do for him, since it's 12 minutes, the modifications we're going to do for him are going to be pretty easy. So the workout is 12 minutes, as many reps as possible. 6 handstand push-ups and 9 hollow rocks. This is a couple this though. We were talking before the call started about how hollow rocks are very unique movement. You can only go so fast on a hollow rock. Alternative movements we're going to do for hollow rock are the hollow hold, which you'll hold for a 9 count, or a modified V-up, which is a partial V-up. So, Dog, if you're ready, I might do the demo since I got a good line of sight on you right now.
Sure.
So, for those who are new and don't understand what a hollow rock is, the first thing he's going to do is he's actually going to crunch up with his abs before he lifts his legs off the ground, and you can see that shape he's in. I tell a lot of folks, I call it get in the banana position. So then he's going to lift his legs, and he's going to start rocking. And he's going to use his core and his body weight to perform the rock. So 9 of these doesn't seem like a lot, but because it's directly stacked on a very short rep scheme of 6 handstand push-ups, you will be moving back and forth a lot. There will be a lot of rounds. So keeping track is going to be kind of difficult. So make sure you have track if you are trying to keep a score. If you're just doing this for the sake of moving for 12 minutes, don't worry about the score. Just make sure you're completing the reps and you're working as hard as you can. Handstand push-ups. These are a beast. They're not for everybody, but there is a modification for everybody. So Zon, to demonstrate a kipping handstand push-up first if you can. So kipping, he's going to use his legs. He's going to drive up with his legs and use the momentum to then lock out with his arms. You see he's looking forward. He's not looking down. By looking forward, it puts his head in between his arms. It doesn't create a poor posture in his spine, because you don't want a poor posture when you come down and crush your neck. So he's doing a really good job there. So there's a strict version, which includes no movement of the legs. It looks like he's going to show you guys these two. So this is a more strength-based. And if your goal is to work as hard as possible, and not necessarily as many reps as possible, this is a good alternative if you can do strict handstand push-ups. A lot of people can't. They're tough to do. But the modified version on the box, which I'm going to have Vic show, the modified version is a strict variation. I like to teach people strict variations simply because the strict variation and creates this pressing that you need. So you can see the range of motion is basically their hands are at her head level. She's got her body in a pretty vertical line there. So she did a really good job of staying stacked over her hands. Then there are other modifications that you can do. There are the kick outs from the wall, which some people do, some people don't. Those are something we'll add to the app with a demo video. So the next time we have handstand push-ups in the workout, you'll see it on the app as well. So there'll be a way for you to see another version. And there are other ways to also decrease the range of motion, which is one of the ways you can modify. Do that by stacking multiple mats on like a weight or some other object. So I'm gonna grab Mark here. This is Mark's first time, so he's gonna be doing a similar version of what Justin's about to show everybody. Justin's gonna show you guys the Z press. So the Z press with your legs locked out and a weighted object back at your shoulder height, and he's gonna press it overhead. So you can see the pressing motion is pretty much the same. It's a little bit increased because the hands now come below the top of the head. They come almost down to the shoulders. If you use dumbbells or kettlebells, which Mark will use dumbbells, if you use dumbbells, and then you'll increase the range of motion, which also helps increase the strength. Another thing about doing the seated Z press as a modification is this is a really good way to work your core and strengthen your spine because you have to hold balance. If you do 20 rounds of this at any time, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna have Mark go grab some dumbbells. We're not gonna tell anybody what weight he's using because it's irrelevant. you pick what you can do, because in a 12-minute AMRAP, if you do 20 rounds in 12 minutes, or if you do 5 rounds in 20 minutes, and both athletes work as hard as possible, then you both maximized your effort, and that's all we're looking for is maximal effort in the time that's given. So when we talk about using time parameters, everyone knows just about how long they last on a bottle. So I like using 12 minutes because that's about most people's working rate on an air bottle. So think about this like this is working on a bottle of air. 12 minutes, you're out. So work as hard as you can for 12 minutes. 12 minutes, you're relieved. So I'm gonna have Mark sit down. I'm gonna get him a pad real quick and let everybody else start getting their stuff together and getting ready to go. See if you can kind of see him here. So test a couple, put it up on your shoulders, and then just do press. All right, so he's warming up a little bit, getting ready. I'm gonna give everybody just another minute, and I'm actually going to pull up a clock and try to put it somewhere everybody can see it. All right, Justin, I want to talk for just a second real quick. If everybody's ready,
Ready to go.
So I'm gonna try to set a clock. Hey, can you see that?
Herzog, you just got to know that I'm going to be talking some shit to you while laying in my bed.
I love it. What are you wearing?
All right, everybody,
What are you wearing?
get ready to go. 10 seconds. Everybody will start with 6 handstand push-ups or whatever modification you've chosen.
Hey, Zig, don't no rep me, all right? I don't want to hear it.
Everybody go. Go. Handstand push-ups.
No rep already.
So one thing I'm gonna have Mark do is he's got the weights a little bit out front, so I'm gonna have him bring it just a little bit more in line with his steer. There you go. There you go. So Vic's already moving on to hollow rocks. Justin's already on hollow rocks. So they're both going to do 9 hollow rocks. Mark is actually just going to do the modified V-up because this is new for him. So modified version. Everyone should modify early. Vic's doing really good, keeping it hard. Doc is going to alternate for everybody. He's going to alternate between the handstand push-ups and the sandbag Z-press.
Hey, Pip just called Zog out for another no rep on my text message.
Pip who? Never heard of her. I might need to tag you in on these hollow rocks, Scott. You can do these hollow rocks in your bed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe the next set I'm going to tag you in, all right?
He could shut the door, nobody would see him.
There, I did a couple.
It's tough, Mark. Justin is also doing some strict. Back to the box. So with the workout being 12 minutes and only being 2 movements, you will move a lot back and forth between 2 movements. So it's important to pace and not try to like come out full bore. It's almost like trying to stretch a line and put your mask on at the same time.
These are two good, easy movements that can be done pretty much in any firehouse.
Yeah, they're really good. Like Mark's not moved off his mat. So that's just the kind of thing like some of these workouts, you know, just pop down in your office at lunch, knock it out, eat your meal, back to work. So
Yeah.
Vic, what round are you on? 3? What do you on, Zog? What round?
This is 4, I think. 4 for the
so you see
hollow.
4 rounds, 3 minutes. He's going to wind up with a lot of rounds. He's doing a really good job of pacing. He's going unbroken. He's not breaking up the movements yet. As you get tired, you may have to break them up. Some folks' abs may not last. Some folks' shoulders may not last.
This is tough.
Oh yeah, and it got tough quick, didn't it? So
Things like starting out with the strict handstand push-ups, and then getting tired, you can switch it up to the kipping or another variation of it.
Yep. The first time I did the workout, I did it strict and was moving about 1 minute. Then I did it kipping and was able to
30 minutes.
how many times I was do. I think I did 18 rounds in kipping and only 12 rounds on strict. But
Okay.
I intentionally paced it 1 round a minute to see where I last. And I'm gonna tell you, I was surprised my abs cramped pretty hard on the round with kipping because I didn't have rest. So
Yeah.
everybody see how Zog's doing a really good job of getting his head back in between his shoulders. He's not overextending.
I'm gonna mute y'all so you don't hear me grunting so much.
Yeah, get it herself.
Mark's on round 5. For a first timer. He's keeping up. I'm gonna step back and correct a little bit.
So I want to say one thing. For a workout like this, you definitely want quality movement over getting another round. It doesn't matter how many reps you get. It's about quality movement here, because just doing the movements, you're going to get a workout. Moving steady, quality movement, that's what it's all about.
So rest as needed, but don't over rest. You still have work to do. We're still only 5 minutes in, so there's still 7 minutes of work to be done. So I'm still knocking out the strict. I like it. So if Vic gets tired, she can drop from her feet to her knees, and it might help a little bit.
I think my arms are too short. Oh,
Yeah.
I think my arms are too short to do on my knees.
I think that was my 55th round.
Yeah, that might be.
About 55, going into 56.
55th round.
1001, 1002.
So everyone can see Mark's still doing a modified version. He's doing basically a modified V-up. He's not bringing his feet all the way to his hands. He's bringing his hands as far as he can, though. So a lot of people would say, oh, you're not doing it right. Well, he's still working pretty hard, especially for a first timer. Can't do everything perfect, but he can do it safe. That's why we corrected some of his pressing. I might actually change his dumbbell weight a little bit. One thing I noticed is that he doesn't have great shoulder mobility, so that's going to restrict his range of motion. So we may grab a lot of dumbbell after this round. All right, everybody's over halfway, so just keep working. Downhill now. Very nice, Vic. A lot of you guys can see Vic has also moved a little bit further away from the box this round, which is kind of decreasing the load on her is turning more into a chest movement, so she's not using her.
That is
belt.
true.
Vic, you're doing a really good job. Zog, you look like you're struggling.
Yeah, Zog. We'll probably do 3,000 hollow rocks a week at Invictus. So.
Ziggy, you put any pants on yet?
What for?
So we're closing in on 4.5 minutes left. So 4.5 minutes. I'd like to see everybody try to get at least another 4 to 5, maybe 6 rounds. So start pushing it just a little bit harder on the movement you're better at. Don't necessarily have to push it on both movements, just the one you're better at. Another tip I like to tell people is instead of resting in between movements, the natural human tendency between movements is to just kind of stop. So if you rest in between movements, like halfway through the 6th rep, you're more likely to finish that round of reps faster and move straight into the hollow rocks quicker. Except for Zog. I don't know that he's got 1 rep done correctly yet. In all fairness, he's doing a really good job keeping his posture in line. He's not sagging at the spine. His butt's not up the wall and his head's not 5 feet away. He's doing a really good job of staying stacked. He was getting a little slower on that round, so he'll probably go to the bag next, and then maybe on his last round, we might see him pull out some really fast kipping handstand push-ups. You got cramp? Oh, I'll do that. Where at? Growing? The shoulders way up. Mark said his shoulders are still good. Everybody can see his range of motion is a little limited. That's as far as he can manipulate the weight behind his head. So, again, there's a safety aspect that everybody's got to be conscious of. Just because you want to take close eye.
If someone walks in this room right now, they're gonna think I'm watching something now safe for work with all this moaning going on.
I know she needs to put that butt.
You literally have a guy and a girl making. It just sounds bad over here.
He has some more clothes than he does.
I can mute it if I should.
All right, we got about 1 minute and 15 seconds left. 1 minute and 15. So,
Dog, are you gonna lock those elbows out or what?
how's it going? Not bad for the first time. You're sweating your ass off. Get those behind your head a little bit further. You don't have to go unbroken.
This is fitness porn, Ziggy.
Yes, that's what it is.
You watch a lot of this, don't you?
Come in and go, why are you watching some dude work out? I mean, naturally, I have my screen pinned to Zog's screen.
30 seconds. If you're still working out, 30 seconds. Try to finish whatever movement you're on and try to get to the next one and knock out a rep. The goal is to just quit whenever you finish this. Come on, Vic. 15 seconds. Get back to the hollow rock. Get 9. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That
Come sit with me.
was hard.
You breathing hard?
I feel
That
great.
was hard, wasn't it, Ziggy?
Yeah, that looked tough. I feel great.
Yeah, I bet you do. Hopefully I did enough rounds for both of us.
You did. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, man.
So Mark got eight rounds, 8 full rounds.
Good job, Mark.
Nice job, Mark. Nice job, Vic.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us.
I'm pretty sure I ended up with 78 rounds. Pretty sure.
Hey,
I
you know,
counted.
78, 79.
I counted 79.
Yeah, 79.
I lost
Cool.
track, but I definitely got 4 more after you're like, I want to see 4 to 5 more. I got 4.5.
I really wish I knew what people were saying on YouTube. So
How many people are on YouTube watching?
I have no idea. I don't know how to look at YouTube. Wait a minute.
Oh. Well, that was fun. So my thoughts, just a couple thoughts after doing it. Like I mentioned, it's definitely, this workout's about quality. You know, this is not a typical workout you're going to see at like a CrossFit competition or whatever, but this is like good to keep moving correctly, focus your energy on proper movement and less on trying to get, you know, another round and like straining to get another round. Like it's not worth it. So this is a really good workout to be more efficient in your movement for sure.
It's definitely more of a whole health fitness workout than it is fitness for time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is still just as important. So it doesn't matter if you're not racing the clock or you're not racing somebody else to try to get another rep. It's just as important to move well at all times. And that translates to the job, to what we do. If we're moving well, then it's going to pay off when we're needing to move under the clock, under the gun when we're on the job. If we're moving poorly, but we're getting another couple rounds, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're moving badly, because in the end, it's going to lead to injury. It's going to lead to problems, and you're not going to be able to do the job. So it's always quality movement, quality over the quantity. You know what I mean?
Imagine if this was if there was snatches or something thrown in this, how burnt your shoulders would be. We all know what, you know, the most common physical injuries are shoulders and backs, and knees.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can't really do anything with knees in this. There's a lot of shoulder, and the support you get from doing abdominal movements is actually really good for your back. Most people's back problems come from having poor core. I don't even like calling it a core. I like calling it a trunk. The core to me is like the middle of an apple. You take all the apple away, and the core is weak. So the trunk is really important, and being able to do movements like this, knowing there's an element where you have to finish in a certain amount of time, you do have quality, because otherwise that movement itself is not a movement. It's just you're laying on the ground. So
well, and the combination of the two, to go from, you know, the hollow rocks where you're really bracing your core, your trunk the whole time, squeezing everything. And then when you go into the handstand push-ups or even the Z press, trying to focus on that same bracing, maintain that bracing throughout the movement, so you're not arching your back way out on the handstand push-ups, or you're not compensating using other muscles in order to you know, lift the sandbag or the whatever item you're lifting, or, you know, lifting yourself. Focus, like the two movements are very complementary, and if you keep that bracing throughout both of them, it's going to pay off, you know, for you, not only, in my opinion, not only for quality, but it's going to keep you going longer, you know. So you'll end up with good quantity, you know, you'll end up with a hell of a workout, but not at the expense of hurting yourself, which is always a priority, right? We always want to be able to get a good workout in and then go do what's next, not be laying on the floor hurting, even though we got 79 rounds, you know?
79. All right. So, Zog, since I know Mark, I'm going to let you talk to him about his first workout. You guys can have a little.
Sorry, I had a little noise. Say that one more time.
I'm gonna let you talk to Mark. So
Okay.
people do the Q&A from someone who's first time to someone like yourself that's non-biased. I'm a little biased. I probably could have corrected him a little bit more, but since you didn't get to see him, I just want you to talk about what he thought of workout.
Cool. Well, Mark, what are your thoughts? You're on duty right now, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about feeling like you're ready for duty as opposed to being wiped out? And if you guys got a structure call right now, you wouldn't be able to do it. What do you think about that? If the tone's dropped right now, are you ready to go?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean I can still go. It wasn't I didn't push myself to the point where I was gonna do damage. I mean being able for me, this was my first workout. Hey, honestly, the sitting up presses above my head, that believe it or not, that's actually something I really want to work on because I'm in Montana in September bow hunt, and I do seated bow shots with a 75-pound bow. So
Okay.
75 pounds, eh?
pound.
Yeah, I think you and Zeke could have a great.
50 yards.
I think you and Zeke could have a great conversation about
You're
that.
speaking my language now, buddy.
He's out of bed. He put some
Hey.
pants on.
I talked about on one knee. I'm talking about what we just did. Sit on your butt, draw 75 pounds, focus, and make a shot at 50 yards. That's what I got to get ready for. So that's my goal. You know,
Right on.
you know, obviously strengthened up enough to where I can carry a 40-pound pack 10 to 12 miles at 6,000 feet in elevation when I live at 1,000 feet in elevation.
Are you elk hunting?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have an elk
That's
tag, a deer tag, and an antelope tag, all three.
That's awesome, man.
All right. So it's that time. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. And guys, all next week, we're going to do this again. 555 on National Fire Radio. Thank you all for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the workout. And we'll see you all next time.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Cheers.
Peace out.
See you, OG.
See
See
you,
you,
buddy.
Victoria. See you, Ziggy.
Bye.
See you guys.